What is good? What is good? What is good? It's your boy Dark back again, you know what I'm saying, with another unscripted, unhinged, unbelievably unfounded, unbelievably disgustingly ugly, horrifyingly amazing, yet not amazing, but also really good somehow rant. And we got kind of a similar topic. First, what's good? How are you? Are you doing good? I don't know your situation. I don't know how much content you watch from me when you're watching this video. I don't know who's watching this, and I don't know if you've how well you know me. To be honest, I mean, I don't know if you've watched the rest of these videos in this playlist or when you're watching this or anything. But all I can hope to do here is share some advice, share some of my thoughts, share what I'm thinking. I would like to help myself, help you, because I feel like you probably have the same problems as me, and it feels good to probably have someone you can relate to. So I'm just gonna try to do that, you know. But if you've seen my previous video called external influences, you know, just about that, external influence, that video was in that video I said, I believe, and this is a different video, I'm pretty sure in that video I said that I always come back here to record when I don't feel good. There's not going to be a time very often. I think there's maybe one video possibly where I felt kind of okay, but I usually just record when I have an issue to discuss. So I'm thinking about all this same stuff. And yeah, I mean, you may be thinking like, oh, well, you could probably just make it to a video. I mean, you're like a video guy. Like, you can probably just like all these tons of topics you can make to a video. Why make them into like just like ranting? Well, making videos takes time and effort, and I actually have thought about it. I've thought about how I would go about making, um, you know, videos about this, and I mean they're there, so I can just look at the video, watch it, and be like, oh, those are the points I made, and then just make them again, but then make them more watchable for an audience. Um, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, shorter video, more watchable on a different channel. Yeah, I could do that, and I probably will. Who knows? I mean, who even knows if I'll do that? Probably, I want to. But yeah, I do like to talk on these topics, even with the perspective I discussed in Nothing Is Real. Even with that perspective, I do like to talk about, real life shit. Well, sorry, not real life shit. This shit. Real life is not something I want to talk. Let's not go to the cover again, okay? Let's not talk about real life. You motherfucking. Let's not get into that type of conversation at this point. Um, but yeah, really, this is just how it is. Every time I come back, it's for the same reason. I mean, and now that I'm looking at it right now, I'm looking at it. I just pulled it up earlier before recording. The last video was recent, actually. It was like a week ago. Same shit happened last week. This is not a good sign. But but since it's been basically a week, I'm doing a part two because I think that it's worthy to talk about external influences because it's the thing that's impacting me, and I'm sure it's impacting you guys the most. But I don't want to just talk about just external influences. I want to more talk about that's just like a side thing, or like it's like a thing that within the thing. It's like a thing within the thing. It's part of this, but it's not the main meat of it. It's just there. It's just a part of it. It's basically external influence part two. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say I'm talking about a different topic, but in essence, we're gonna be talking about external influences of fucking game. But yeah, the actual topic about this video is how the world itself, well, not even just the world, the internet, the world as a whole, actually, but yeah, how the world plus especially the internet is it's trying to think of, like, I watched this you know what is it? Well, I don't know why I'm saying I watched this like it's just this new thing, like just the movie Wall-E. It's a movie Wall-E. It's like Pixar shit or something. I think it's Pixar. I think so. But yeah, Wall-E. I was thinking, I was watching that. Well, I mean, I've watched it. I was just thinking of when I watched it, and I was like, you know what, Wall-E was a good movie, and I remember thinking when I was watching the video as a child, like those motherfuckers who was like drinking out of the cups, like fat as fuck, laying, they couldn't even move. Like, I was thinking, damn, I really don't want to be that. I don't want our society to go into that. But what I'm saying is, seems like we're kind of going that way. And I think a big part of it is, I mean, there's a lot of parts of it, but a big part of it is the internet. All right, humans were not made for the internet. We were not made to handle it. Our fleshy little bodies cannot handle that. It's like when I've seen like streamers say like, oh, humans, well, actually, this is even creators in general. Humans are not meant to deal with the level of hate that, well, popular people in general, actually, even celebrities. They're not, we can't really, they're not able to really fathom and truly deal with the hate, or they weren't built to deal with the hate of so many people and the praise of so many people and all the responsibilities behind that. Like, the humans weren't built for that. We kind of just like put ourselves in that place, but we weren't built for it. Now, the way this gets into external influences because it's just kind of like the essence of it, but really we're talking about the like what gives you the feeling, the general feeling of what's it? Emptiness. There it is. We back at it again. We back at it again since my empty video. All right, we still talk about emptiness. All right, we talk about it. Now we're doing is saying, oh yeah, emptiness, but like external influence, it's all the same thing. So all the videos are the same thing in essence. All right. Even the entitlement is ruining our society video. Even that one is about that, bro. Like, I mean, the only video that's truly about like you like specifically creator stuff is in YouTubers and stuff is the my problem with small creators and reactors video. That's the only one that's like truly about that. Other than that, the entitlement is ruining our society. You know what I'm saying? Fucking even you are irrelevant. Even that one, it's a short one, but even that one, nothing is real is like its own little thing of like fucking schizo shit. I don't know what the fuck that was. I mean, true and real, but like, what the fuck? That was some weird shit. Hey man, I'm not gonna say I agree or don't agree with that still, but like, I mean, there's tons of shit that I probably said that I maybe don't agree with right now. I don't really care to go look at it right now. But yeah, since the empty video, we just on the same fucking topic. Let's be honest. And if you understood from the last video, the last video called external influence, the only reason I record these is because I just, you know what I'm saying, I gotta record. And I tested the theory this last week by posting videos, not caring about, how well they did, right? Just posting them. And I got a decent amount. I got a decent amount of days in a row of like uploading every day. Got a decent amount. Got like maybe 4 or 5 videos, something like that. And I wanted to see how it felt to just sit down, post videos, not care about what the response was. And I kind of, I realized that it felt weird when I realized I don't want to upload shit content because most of the videos were like kind of mid reactions I uploaded because I just had to get something out for the challenge I was doing of like trying to get it up every day that I already kind of failed at this point. Let's be honest. But one of those videos in particular kind of popped off. Only that one didn't pop off, but it only popped off like a little bit. It just went better. It did a little better than the videos like right before it. So it was like kind of like whoa, it's doing a little better. And I would say it's probably because of the thumbnail, but then the video itself is like really weird because in the video I don't really say much about the song. I don't really like the song that much. I mean, I like the song, but I didn't really have anything interesting to say. And maybe that video itself is kind of crazy because it made me look back on what I really was doing, like why I sat down and recorded it, because it's how I like to record, right? Why did I sit down, record the reaction to that thing that I didn't even like? And okay, sure, I didn't know I was gonna like it, cool, but then I went around and like just uploaded it. I don't know. I mean, part of me is like, I like the song, so I'm thinking, oh, even if I didn't say anything much, I like the song. But now it's this weird thing that was like, well, if that reaction wasn't good, what's the fucking point? Seeing people like fucking, I said Sniper Wolf, fucking just racking the TikTok saying, whoa, what is that? Reading the fucking title out loud of whatever this shit says. And I was like, do I do that? And I didn't feel like I did, right? Because I was looking at most of my videos, and most of my videos, pretty much everyone, I don't do that. But I looked at that specific video, and I did. For like the first maybe minute of the actual reaction, all I said was a stupid joke of "nar." Literally just making fun of an Australian person in the video, making that like it was a Australian member of the group who was fucking talking in English. Actually, no, I think she wasn't. It was her English accent because she's from Australia or some shit. Maybe she just studied there. I actually don't know. But I was just copying her shape and just like making fun of her. Basically, making fun of Aussies as Americans like to do. That's just how it is. And it was just kind of not entertaining. It was just kind of whatever. And it reminded me of how Sniper Wolf would react, where she would just like not really care about the video, just say no. So I decided from that, I was like, you know what? I looked at my recent video that I uploaded right after that I actually got less views, but the point is that the video was better, and it really made me realize two things. The first was that the video that what I wanted to do was what I did in that recent video. How I edited it, everything I did, the thumbnailing, everything, the effort that I put into that video compared to the previous videos, like right before that, everything, and the quality of my reaction, of how excited, especially excited I was while reacting to it. You know, the excitedness that I had about reacting to my favorite group, right? That. Now, it doesn't always have to be my favorite group, but that's what I mean, like, being excited to react to it. And for the other thing that I learned from that was that no matter how good, I mean, I don't know why I don't really truly fathom this, but it is really true. And it's that views on your, well, actually, it's two parts of this, actually. First of all, views don't really matter on videos that much. Views are kind of whatever. I mean, they're kind of just whatever, because you know, you can get a video that has a decent amount of views but no watch duration. People don't actually watch the video, and that can often happen just because you have a really good thumbnail but the video is just not very good. So that's a problem I had with that video in particular. The one I said that I didn't like. And then I noticed that not only did views not matter, certain videos would give views and it would just be kind of irrelevant, because, or it wouldn't make sense to the quality of the content or the thumbnail. Because even though I would personally think, and even I could even say others would think that, right? Like I know if I showed, they would say, oh yeah, that was probably better, yeah, and yeah, they would say that. And I know, and you what the fuck is it? Basically, the point I'm saying is, one video is better than the other, but the views don't add up to that. One thumbnail and title is better than the whole of the other thumbnail and title, but the other thumbnail and title, video and thumbnail, the whole package, title, thumbnail, video, everything. So one is better than the other fully, but the one that was worse somehow got the most views. I mean, I just checked it, and it went up it doubled in views, almost pretty much doubled in views. Did it double in watch time? Fuck no, it did not. YouTube just recommended it a little bit more because the people were clicking on the thumbnail. Click through it was pretty okay. So just testing it out with a few more people. And then they clicked on it, and the first part of the video, you know what I say? The same fucking word for a minute. You know why I did that? For stylistic purposes, and because I thought it was fucking funny. Do I still think it's funny? Yes, I do. Do I regret it? No, I don't. But do I think it's gonna, fuck up my views? Yeah, it did. My view duration? Yeah, it did. So, I mean, it is what it is. Hey. But my main point of this is really to say that I realized that, again, on the external influence, that a video's performance doesn't really make you feel good. Even though, because think about it, that video that was bad, what if that video, the views, engagement, whatever, basically the views in general, because that's only metric that really changed. Let's say those views are just transferred over to the video that I did like, right? I would like that, wouldn't I? But why would I like that? Would I like it just because I get more views? Or, oh yeah, it's just views, I like views. No, because it's a video that I liked that people were able to see and enjoy what I enjoy. So it made me think, hey, maybe I don't really care about the views in general. And truly, we don't really care about the views in general. That's not really what us creators really care about. It's about people being able to look at your shit that you made and be like, oh, that's pretty entertaining. So whatever you are like, oh, I like this thing, you want them to like it too. You're like, I want to see people who also like my video, because I like my video. You know what I'm saying? But then when you upload a video that you don't like, and it gets views, and then you upload another video, and that shit don't get views, and you like that video, it's gonna feel like shit because the video that you didn't like is one that get views. That's how it works for my channel in general. For that channel, I have my top videos just don't have any like meaning to me. They're just kind of like I don't like the videos, but they got tons of fucking views compared to the other videos. So it's just it's not basically what you have to say, and it's on the external influence. You can't control what you can't control. You can't control that. So what do you have to do? You have to genuinely, truly make videos that mean something to you, and that's a very specific way I said that on purpose. Okay, because you can like a video, right? But and you can like a video, but like there's a point where it's like, okay, a lot of times you're gonna like a video, but it's not gonna be actually good. And that will actually happen more than you think. You're gonna like a video, but it's not actually gonna be good. You're gonna be like, oh, I really like this video, but it's not good. And then what you need to ask yourself there is, well, do you actually really like it? Like, why do you like that video? And a lot of times it's gonna be like a couple of clips here and there that you thought were funny. But how I like to see it is, if the video is the video is only worth working on, even if it's like for like a general audience, like, oh, it's not TikTok worthy or it doesn't have enough cool moments. I feel like if it's just actually important to you, to your heart, where you just have a feeling, there should be a feeling when you're editing a video where you say, not, and it's not because, you know, it's like a content finder, and it'll have a special place in your heart when you had heart when you were recording the shit, right? When you were making it. And if you're doing pre-production like you're just doing it now, then the topic, if it's not like how I do the thing where I recorded before, then it'll be like, oh, the topic that you're talking about, do you really feel it, right? So if you're talking about the other one, though, it's like, okay, you record a video, you really feel it. You know, y'all really feel the feeling of, oh, I actually really fucking enjoy this. I really want to edit this and upload this. Because there's a video I had recently where I reacted to, you know, an album, right? And it was an EP, but of, you know, a group I really like, you know, my favorite group, you know what I'm saying? And I was thinking, okay, it would be good to upload it because people would probably want to watch that. But then I thought to myself, while watching the video, I had nothing really to say. And it kind of hit like a fucking brick. Because I truly thought that while I was reacting that, I said some stuff. But I said fuck all. I said fuck all. The only time I said something was like for a little portion of the video where I reacted to one song in that portion. That was a portion where I reacted to a certain song and I had something to say. And I was thinking, well, I'll just upload only that one then. And I was like, damn, that sucks. Because the rest of the video is whatever. I would just listen to the song, say nothing. I listened to the song, watch it. I said barely anything. I had nothing to say about what the lyrics were. I had nothing to say about whatever. I have nothing to say about anything. And I realized something as well while I did that. And it was that, and now we're going to get to our final point. And I feel like I feel like I know the reason. But I had nothing to talk about. And I think the reason was I hadn't lived life enough in the real world to have something to talk about. And I don't know if I can exactly back this up with evidence, but if I were to like point to an old video where I reacted to an album with when I was doing a lot of shit outside, like doing lots of working hours and shit, you know, like doing tons of shit, busy, right? Not just busy at the computer, but busy outside of the fucking house, all right? Not even outside the room, outside the fucking house, all right? So I'm talking about that. When I were to go outside of my zone, go elsewhere, right? Do other things. I had lived life, and I had not been numb. When I'm numb, I kind of see it as this, that I was numb while I was reacting, and I had nothing to say. I was numb while I was reacting. I was just listening. I didn't talk about the lyrics, which there were lyrics on the screen, even though it was in Korean, they were translated. The lyrics were on the screen. I could have read them and said things about them, but I didn't. I didn't read them out very much. Maybe a couple times. I barely said anything about the lyrics. I didn't really say much about the songs. I liked the songs, but I didn't have anything to say about them. I didn't have anything to say about the beat and all that stuff. You can look at old album reactions, even at old reactions to different Twice, and even to the same group, and I had more to say. I think the reason why I did was because I, first of all, took my fucking time. I didn't just try to rush the shit. I'm not saying I was trying to rush that, but like, I was semi-rushing it, like, weirdly. because I had been recording for a while at that point, I believe. I wanted to get to a bunch of other actions, so I was just fucking semi-rushing that shit. So I was just like, okay, let me just like rush it real quick. Fuck it, right? Like, just rush this shit. And then like I would finish the song, and then we'll get to the next one. I said, oh, I'm done. All right, next song. It's like, we'll talk about it. I tried talking about it, but then I just had nothing to say. I was like, I have nothing to say. So I think the biggest reason here, though, is that I had nothing to say was because I was too numb with online stuff. And that's what I'm getting to in this part of the question, and part of the talking. And I'm telling you, bro, I'm fiending to make videos on these topics that I'm talking about. But the reason is because you're just online all the. That's when you're like me, because I realized that about when I was doing the whole like content thing for the past week, basically since that last video. I'd spent most of my time just doing videos. I just been recording. That's it. Well, editing really, but I've been recording, editing, maybe a little bit of recording, editing. Actually, I think I just record a little bit, then fucking edit the whole fucking time. I was just editing, fucking so much, just hardcore editing. The whole time I would spend my night, go into the night, stay up, just to fucking edit. And I mean, part of me felt good because I was accomplishing something, but another part of me was like, okay, but like when I was editing, it wasn't to make something beautiful. It was to just make something to upload the next day. Yeah, I just took a cough drop because I seem to be coughing too much today, you know what I'm saying? You probably sick, let's be honest, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I need some more sun. Anyways, like I was saying, about the what was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about the everyday editing thing. So I was editing every day. I was like, oh yeah, let me just edit every day, fuck around and edit every single day, hard into the night. And I was thinking nothing else and doing nothing else but editing. And editing was fun. And I think what I did in the last video was good because the last video I made, I actually put effort into it. I actually like went down and fucking edited well, and it felt good to do that, and that's why I want to keep doing. But the videos before that were just kind of like like they were just like whatever, and I felt it was stupid that I did that. Well, I mean, it wasn't stupid. It was a good good thing to learn, but it just didn't pan out. It didn't do what I wanted to do. I thought it would be like, oh, I do it and I feel good about that. And I feel like because I said, okay, I need to be just doing content. If I only enjoy doing content, let's just do content. But that's not how it works. It was like I'll get the little bit of the drug, but then guess what? It made me care about the external influence even fucking more. Because think about it. All day, every day, you're making content. And you upload it and it gets 20 views. Like, I don't know if you're going to like that. Imagine you spend your whole weekend or your whole week making a whole fucking, like, I don't know what you make, what creative thing you make, a whole song or something, which takes a lot of effort, or a documentary, a goddamn documentary, and then literally nobody watches it. Now, I'm not saying I did that, I'm just saying, just to amp it up, like, it's just, nobody watches it, and the reason you care so much about that, because it really doesn't matter, of course, like, because you're just making the content you like, but the reason you care about it so much is because you're spending day in and day out doing it and not doing other shit. Like, what if you instead you were doing some other shit with your life? You were like doing other hobbies or whatever else, right? You feel better. Now, I don't mean like wasting your day away and spending too much time on that thing that you're not even doing this, because then you're gonna feel like you are just missing out. You're like, I just need to do some content, right? Especially if you love making content like me. So you have to basically balance yourself. So the way that I need to be doing that is balancing doing and editing. And I don't mean, this is a good distinctor, I do not mean that the other stuff that you do other than editing is on your computer. I do not mean this, alright? I don't mean that you need to, like, instead of doing editing, I need to play games. Or watch something. I already said this before, it doesn't help, right? I think that the thing is, and it's really because if you're terminally online, you're doing that shit all the fucking time. So what you need to do is get out of your comfort zone and go do something else. And it doesn't have to be every day or every other day. It can even just be once a week. I'm gonna work on it, and this is the thing I'm gonna do. This is the thing that I'll do to. I mean, I don't know if I'm exactly gonna do this. It might be something different, but I'm gonna do something. I make sure that what I do is not related to the computer or any type of phone or system in general, offline basically. Like, I mean, anything related to a movie, show, any type of media, other than maybe a book. That might be the one things I do because that's not related to it. But yeah, that's yeah. And the only, I think another way I could do it is if I were to record a skit, it would be cool if I go outside to record a skit. That would be another way of like changing things up. But yeah, point is that I feel like it's a lot of this feeling does come from being on terminally online. Of course, it goes into my videos that I do. I want to make a bunch of videos about this, about these niggas who do be terminally online. You know, I have my Twitch video I'm still making. It's like maybe, I mean, at this point, it's pretty much halfway down. I just need the main meat of it. That's to have to rewrite the script of because I didn't make it very cinematic. It's just just a fucking it doesn't even make sense. It's just like random notes and thoughts. Like this ramble, so I have to actually kind of structure it. You know what I'm saying? Like intro, conclusion type shit. Like I kind of gotta do that. But either way, I just I find it interesting that most people kind of just be falling into this. They just end up falling into this like thing, like this just you just find yourself into the content, just like in the Twitch video I was talking about, where you just in the last video I was saying the Twitch viewers just watching, and maybe listening while I was turning online, right? Is that you realize that like you stop caring enough about stuff, because you're not actually living life. You're not actually caring about stuff. You'll watch other people do things. Other people go and have fun. If you're watching YouTube, people do that. You're watching other people argue about things. Other people talk to people. You're watching people do things instead of doing it yourself. That's what I mean. Like one of the things I did recently was do a creator talk, where I would talk in voice chat to certain creators, and that was fun because I was able to talk about content, but from kind of a like actually be able to talk to people about that, like just speak to them, right? And that was good, but I would just need more of that. That would be great to have, just more of that. But time schedules, just be busy, you know what I'm saying? But point is, same point is, yeah, I know. The being terminally online makes you forget about stuff. I mean, it makes you not really value stuff. If you were watching stuff or playing stuff, whatever, it's just another experience that you're not really experiencing, and you do that too often, you're gonna feel like shit after a while, because you're just experiencing. You're just like, it's like what I feel like Twitch viewers are in general. They don't really live their lives, and they just watch. It's another point I want to make in the video. They just watch. They don't really do. They don't live real life. Real life doesn't really exist outside of maybe their fucking going to the bathroom or getting food sometimes. Like, they're not making something. Like, I feel like the why I've been feeling not like shit lately, not like shit, but I've been feeling a little better, is because I've been working on videos. But I've been feeling a little worse because of, like I said, being the spamminess of spamming these videos, and I spam them so much that I end up somehow caring about the external influence and caring that so many people viewed a video that I didn't like, and I know they didn't like because they clicked and then they didn't watch through. So then and then like that's a whole thing, right? And then the whole thing of like what they want you to watch. I really think in my mind, like, well, what do the viewers really want to watch? They want to watch this specific video. I don't want to make that shit. Oh, I want you to watch this thing, and then they react in this way, and I just don't want to do that. So, of course, I'm going to react my way. I decided that I'm going to react my way. I'm going to upload it my way. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do with it. And we can watch it if they want. And that doesn't, whenever someone says that, it almost feels like they're saying they're just going to half-ass it. I don't mean I'm going to half-ass it. I'm just going to market the video to myself. That's what I mean. I'm going to market it to myself and to my ideal viewer. but mostly to myself. I'm just thinking about myself when I make it. Like, what do I want to watch? What do I like? Why do I like this edit? All this stuff. Because if it's not a fun video to me, it's not gonna be a fun video to anyone else. That's the main point. The main point of it, and to do what I'm excited to do. Not I have so many different videos that I have or ideas and stuff. I think, oh yeah, I gotta record that. I gotta do that type of idea. I gotta watch this video, whatever. This type of reaction. I do this type of video, and a lot of times I'm not doing it, and I realize if I'm not doing it, if I'm not like jumping to the gun to do that shit, I probably don't care that much, do I? The things I have in the back of my head that I'm thinking of, like, oh shit, I really want to do this. That's what I should be doing. Right now, or recently, I had in the back of my head, oh, I want to edit that video that I said had a special place in my heart, even though the people didn't like it, and I thought it was fun, and I was thinking that even if I didn't do the whole video, I just had a portion of that uploaded, the part that I said was good, that's fine if I just do that. But point, I just want to go get it because it means something to me. I think what I said was important. I mean, I think my reaction to that is important, rather not what I said, because I said nothing. I feel like the reason I said nothing was because I was too online to live real life, and I just become stone-faced. I don't know what to say. I'm desensitized to everything. You know? There are people who watch porn all the time, that they have to keep going deeper and watching deeper shit. That's even more fucking hardcore. Why? Because the basic shit don't get them anymore. They got too desensitized. Just like me and fucking songs. I would equate this to that. Where I'll be listening to so many songs, but I would just be rushing to listen to them in my mind. I'd be thinking just, okay, let's get to the chorus. Okay, let's get to the verse. Okay, just like not actually listening, truly listening and feeling, especially. Like your emotions, are, especially when you turn around online, you're actually living life and like experiencing things. You're just like, and if you're just watching people do things, like cool things, like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna get on a yacht, or Mr. Beast's thing, like, you're not actually doing shit. You're just watching other niggas do shit, and you're not actually experiencing life. You're watching other niggas do stuff with their girlfriends. You're watching other people do stuff with their friends. You're watching other people have fun, spend money. You're watching other people do fun things that you want to do. Fly different places, all this different stuff. And it makes you think that, oh, well, that's not, what is it really to do? It almost makes you think, or rather me, at times, like, you know, those thoughts, bad thoughts that come up. Like, you know what's there really to do? You know, like, I've seen it all, right? There's nothing really to do. Like, life's so boring. There's nothing to do. Like, what am I gonna do today? Like, this is so boring. You know why it's so boring? Because you do the same fucking thing every fucking day. I'm talking to you right now. Alright, I know your bitch ass who are watching this do this shit too. You do the same fucking thing every day. That's why it's fucking boring. That's why it's fucking boring. Now, why do you not realize this in the heat of the moment while you're thinking that? Because you're fucking stupid, alright? you're just ignorant of the fact of it. When you really think it through, that is it. You're doing this. Do you think people, like, think about it. Say if you eat the same food over and over again. Like, let's say your favorite food is some good old, let's go with some good shit. Like, let's say you, like, I swear by fucking fried chicken. I swear by that shit. I'll eat that shit every single motherfucking day. I'll do that shit. I don't care. I'll eat that every day. And then you start eating it for like a week straight. Trust you're gonna be fucking tired of that shit 100% after that fucking week. Probably even before the week is even fucking over. Probably after like one day. Like, honestly, just be eating that shit like, oh yeah, shit, this is good. And then the second day you're like, I don't want to eat this shit anymore. Like, because you can't keep doing the same shit. It's the same thing with, if we're even going into my editing. If you're sitting down editing all fucking day, every day, and not only that, you're editing the same type of video every time, it's gonna feel like shit. Just like recording it. If I'm editing this, like, for example, that's why this is for me personally. Sometimes I just gotta not do reactions a lot. You know, this thing where I spam the reactions doesn't work for me. I can't do that. I should just put my reaction on, my well-edited, well-made reaction, and then move on to another channel and do something different. That's how I gotta do it. It's how I operate. So I gotta just do another type of video, right? Focus on some other big project. So right now, I'm thinking of it. You know, I'm thinking of that other project. I'm thinking, okay, how am I gonna do that project? You know, all the different stuff. But you gotta just switch it up. You gotta switch up your daily flow. You know what I'm saying? You gotta switch up your weekly flow, even monthly flow, yearly flow. You gotta switch it up because you're gonna get bored. If you're gonna get bored, it's because you're, first of all, not even living that life, because you're fucking terminally online. You're not living life. And two, you're terminally online. You're just watching video all day. All right, you're not living life. You're not going outside. You're not going accomplishing things. You're not pushing yourself past the bare bones. You're just kind of like half-assing. Like, when's the last time you really pushed yourself to do something that was difficult for you? When's the last time? It's difficult to do, yeah. When's the last time? I don't think you know that. And if you do, good for you. But all I'm saying is, for me personally, it's like, okay, well, last time I did something that was impactful, or sorry, that was felt challenging to do, but I completed it. I also don't remember. I don't. What's the thing that I can see as a thing that's difficult to do and overcoming? I know one immediately. It's learning the fucking language. All right. So if I can actually start hardcore on my language learning journey, because many I want to learn as well. I start learning languages. Begin somewhere. That's difficult to do. It takes effort, patience, discipline, all that. And that is something that I could do. And I'm just saying this as like a spitballing thing. That you could find something, or rather you should find something that is different and challenging. Something that you think and you're like, oh god, I don't know if I can fucking do that. That's kind of fucking crazy. Now, it doesn't have to be too challenging where it's literally is like impossible. But I mean, just like somebody like, I mean, I could do it. I could. But it'll be fucking difficult. That this could take time. This could take time and effort. Something like that. That's what you gotta do. Something like that. Well, this will take a lot of fucking time, though. I mean, shit. Take a bit of fucking time. So, hey, man. Or this is really fucking challenging, though. It's a fucking issue. I mean, like, shit. Hey, that's what you need to find. Alright? That along with changing up your fucking schedule. Change it, not doing the same schedule every week. Sometimes on the weekends, do one thing. Sometimes on the weekends, do another. You know what I'm saying? Switch that shit up. Sometimes after work, you do one thing. Sometimes you do another. When you go to the store, sometimes you buy one thing, and sometimes you try something new. And you might not even like that new thing because it's probably fucking garbo. But who cares? Try it. Alright, and try it anyways. Oh, you haven't gone to this restaurant yet? Fuck around and try it. You come home from work every day and you go to Wendy's. Alright, go to fucking Burger King. Don't go to Burger King. Just go to Wendy's again. Go somewhere else. I don't know. Popeyes. KFC. Someplace else. But, yeah. That's the point, then. Change it up. But to kind of wrap it up, because we kind of talked about it a decent amount of bit. And I could literally talk for like hours, but I'm not going to. I don't want to ramble. I could talk for hours. I'm not going to do that. But, hey. I was saying, what I would say as the final thing for this is that you kind of gotta, for me, it's been an issue with, with this external influence thing. I think we really did delve into a different side of it, being that, that my way of thinking of how I would get through it didn't really end up working. Because I thought, I just put my head down and just go for it. That would help, but it didn't. And I think you just gotta do it too. You gotta put your head down. Well, actually, no, not put your head down. You gotta switch things up, do different things, try different strategies, switch things up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do things differently. So, like, I have my schedule, right? And I'm gonna change it up. I mean, of course, I'm gonna be editing more these days, just because I want to get videos up. I want to get them out. I have the stuff I want to work on. And like I said, I do really enjoy recording and editing. It's a challenge for me, especially for the videos I'm trying to make. Right now, there's some videos I'm trying to do. And also, in general, just growing a channel is difficult. And especially when you're doing different channels. And another thing that's very difficult is find out what the fuck the viewer wants to watch. Because who fucking knows? I mean, there's different things I've found about, like, some I've kind of come to, like, oh, people like shorter videos, like, different views, like, oh, people shorter videos, I mean, there's something I do know, and it's that most people just don't really care about you. They want to watch their own streamer, or not just streamer, but YouTuber. They watch their own streamer, YouTuber, TikToker, whatever else. They don't want to watch your stream, YouTube, TikTok, or anything else. Usually because they just don't care. And you don't give them really a reason to. And if they do want to watch your video, they won't watch your stream, but let's say they watch your video. The only reason they're going to watch it is because it looks interesting to them. Not because you're in it. They don't care about you. So, at the end of the day, that's what makes me upload these videos onto this, unlisted. I don't upload them publicly. They're unlisted. You can just find them in the playlist. And that's probably the only reason you found these, right? So, that's the only reason I do this, is because there's no real reason. I mean, I could upload them publicly. I might just do that someday. Who knows? Who knows where I do it? This channel, another channel. Who knows? But the reason I decided to do this in the first place was just because I didn't really need to have it be seen. It might as well just be unlisted. And people don't really think that's a good idea if you want to get views, but I don't really want these videos to get views. I just don't really care. But these videos only for me. They're always gonna be for me. Alright? It ain't about you. Alright? And it is difficult to do different channels. To raise different channels like your babies. You know what I'm saying? Like your babies, but you know what I'm saying? It's difficult. It's difficult. Growing a channel in general, growing a channel, all that stuff is just, it's always gonna be difficult. But the biggest way I found of just getting through it is, it sounds so cliche, but it's just taking it one day at a time. I said it before. There's no real way to. I don't know if I've said this one, but there's no real way to, like. I don't know. I almost felt myself even wanting to do it, to come up with just easy solutions like that. That is just a part of it. Is what I'm trying to say. That they sometimes, and this will happen with if you watch, self-help, or even if you're a YouTuber, YouTube help type stuff. And it's just watching a video and they tell you to do a specific thing and that'll help you. What they actually mean is just clickbait. What they actually mean is, oh, do this thing and also this other thing and this other video and this other thing. It's like, you gotta go watch this video to find. Stupid. But you really, it's not just one thing. And viewers in general who watch those videos want to find that reason. They want to find that, like, solstice of, there's nothing to, there's an easy way. They want to find the easy way to accomplish their goals, to accomplish everything they want to do. They want to just have it like this. There it is. In my entitlement is ruined society video. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. Again, we were just repeating topics. But yeah, they just want things handed to them. They want it handed. They want you to just hand it over like a plaque. Like, here's your stuff. Here's your... Yeah, my nails are mad shiny. Yeah. I just looked at that. I was like, damn, that shit's shining. Yo. Sorry. Detour. But, like, yeah, I think it's not as easy as a thing, like, I tried to, like, solve, you know what is an easy thing? Reacting. That's the easy thing to do. Saying, I don't know what, Sniper Wolf for some reason can't react. I looked at my reactions, I was like, hey, maybe I can react. I looked at some reactions, and I said, I'm not really, but then I looked at everything else, and, like, you can even see how I'm literally speaking to you, in the way that I'm speaking to you. I can use so many videos as an example, even this video I'm recording right the fuck now, that I don't react like that. But a part of me was, like, so insecure that I don't say things somehow, just because that one video where I didn't say much. But, I said not a lot some other times, but, like, I realized that, well, sometimes you just don't have a lot to say. And I'm sure that goes for everybody. If you don't really have a lot of things to say on things you don't really care about. But that's the thing is, a lot of people don't upload videos about shit they don't care about, or videos where they said nothing. But Sniper Wolf does. Every video is that. And I never fake react either. So I think that's good. I don't fake react. I only say my mind. I have, like, a unique type of talk, type of personality. There's personality in my talk. It's not just like a robot decided to start speaking, like Sniper Wolf. It's not like that. Where my reactions are fake and I go, like how she does. All right. real reactions. That's what you gotta have. I'm not even talking about reactions. I'm talking about realness. And it's why I wanted to be an actor as well. It's because, or rather, I have passion. My biggest passion is acting, and the reason is because it's just something so interesting. I'll make a video about that if I want to, or maybe I won't. Who really cares? But yeah, acting is a big thing for me. So it's like I love every time I've acted, and I've been acting all through my life. I mean, let's be honest. But yeah, it's just something about playing something else. It's not about like it's like something about having a persona that's not your own. It's interesting. It's not a thing of like rejecting yourself, but it's more just being able to understand and play and become something in or someone else. It's interesting. It's thrilling. And being able to actively, like, correctly portray it is very cool. But yeah, I have nothing else to say here except for oh yeah, on the thing of like what you gotta do. My advice, yeah, don't trust like a nigga that says all you have to do is do one thing. That's why I made all these videos. All right, take bits and pieces if you want from each of the videos. Don't just take one blanket statement and be like, oh yeah, yeah, that's what I need to do, and then my life would be fine. If it was that easy, we'd all be millionaires. All right, it's not that easy. You know what you need to do? Take everything with a grain of salt. Fucking everything. All right. Niggas don't know what the fuck they talking about. All right, not even me. And do you? That's the thing I can say. Obviously, yeah, the things I'm saying here is gonna solve all your fucking problems. Okay, get that out of your fucking head. It's not gonna solve your problems. But what it will do is help you to solve some type of problems if you take it. All right, or not. Maybe it won't help you at all. Whatever you want to do with that information is up to you. But truthfully, I think it's gonna be hard for most people to make it and be happy. But like I said, taking it one day at a time helps. And I think the biggest thing, and it's probably one of the bigger things, is relaxing. And it sounds stupid, but like, let's say you have a very important thing that's due. I don't know. A lot of people have like things that they stress about. Like, what do you stress about, right? Like, so what are things that make you be like, oh shit, you know, like maybe it's paying your rent on time, or fucking whatever else, like fucking a test exam you got up that could like determine your future, or some job interview, or even just a regular job or day of work. Maybe that's it. Unless maybe you haven't got used to it yet, or something. Or it's always a hassle for you. Whatever else, whatever the thing is, I don't know what yours is, but I think the best way to deal with those things is to relax. It's to relax. It's to say, it's alright. It's okay. You know. And if you gotta be doing things, you know, I think at the end of the day, just relaxing is the key. It's hard to relax. It is. But relaxing comes with being content in yourself. And that is also hard to come by. So I'd say just work on that. I mean, just that easy. It takes time, I'm sure. But, you know, I'm not trying to say it doesn't take time. It takes time. But you gotta just work on it. You gotta work and be more relaxed. You gotta worry about not caring about things less. What is it? Detaching yourself from problems. I'll talk about that thing more too. That's another thing I can talk about. Unless I already talked about it, I don't know. But yeah, the point is, do you? If we think about the thing of me coming on and just recording, if that's the thing for you, for me, I do it as like a little therapeutic thing, right? It calms me down. And you might even see through the video, I felt a little jaded, or I mean a little bit anxious at the beginning, and now I'm a little calm. That's how it works. It's therapeutic. Alright? And whatever is therapeutic for you, go ahead and do that. I'm sure it'll help you out. And it's get offline. You know, from that, you know, you could use the fucking, if you're turning on the online, nigga who's online all the fucking time, at least sometimes, at least, try your best to get the fuck off and go do something. Even reward yourself for it if you have to. But just go do something else. Change shit up, alright? That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna ramble on for hours if I keep going. I was just about to go fucking ramble on for a long time, but I'm not going to. And there's already tons of topics I could immediately talk about, but we'll say this for another video, you know what I'm saying? You know what? When I do come back, by the way, to these videos, I always like to come back with a new type of video, a new like, as you can see with my videos, like they're in this and the unhinged rants, I tend to keep them kind of the same. I mean, kind of the different, literally. The opposite of what I just fucking said. I'm tired, I know. This is what I'm tired. This is how it works. But there always a different fucking title or whatever. So that's how it's going to keep being, man. It's always going to be a different topic, title, all that. So, you know what I'm saying? This is the only one that's kind of like a semi-repeat. It's external influence, but it's really about fucking being terminally online and what that means, and then just basically like a conclusion. It's external influence part 2, a conclusion to the whole saga, and we kind of got it out of the way. I can still talk about it later on if I have more to say about it. But yeah, I don't think I have any more. I have more to say about other topics, but those are not going to be here right now. Maybe I'll make them when I'm in a good mood. Who knows? We'll have to see. Maybe I'll make them into a impactful, very great, very good video that has editing stuff and acting things.